All right, I am here with Pastor Hudson. Hudson, thank you for coming back a second time. I deleted the first recording, so we're going to do this again. We were
No
generously
worries.
blessed by the Lord with plenty of funds at the year end, and so at Easter time, we sent your church a large gift for a Project 9/7 feeding, and your church needed it because the economics and the needs in your country are great, you had said, for two reasons, both politics and drought. Talk about the drought first so our listeners can hear about it.
Yes, Bob, we have had a very bad situation. We have had a drought that has never been experienced before in this country, that has been quite long. That means those farmers who could plant maybe twice a year, they did not do it, uh, including even those who do once. And therefore, the drought has really affected this country because majorly most people depend on farms because the job opportunities are not there.
Mm. And
Yes,
with the drought, animals have been dying. People have had their entire animal husbandry wiped out. Is that correct?
yes, it's been terrible because we have never had it this way. We have had situations in this country where people go without food, but this time even animals were not spared. We have had some people whom within their culture is keeping animals, and somebody has 200 animals and all of them die, and maybe is left with two or three. The situation has been very, very bad. And we have heard of also people dying because of lack of food.
Mm. Now, also talk about the
Yes.
politics. You had elections last year, but it's always, for the first year, unsettled in elections. Is that correct?
Yes, when we have elections here in Kenya, the entire year it is politicking. And, when there is politics, investors don't invest, there is no proper business going on, and that affects the economy badly. Now, if you add that situation to the drought, it made it just worse. So I don't think this country is going to recover from that for the next until the next maybe 3 years.
Okay. And the
Yeah.
economy is so bad. Our staple is bread, but there it's ugali. A year ago, how much did ugali cost, and what does it cost now?
Yes, a year ago, ugali costed close to $1.25, and right now it is at $2.50, the same ugali we used to buy at 1.25. So in this case, it has gone up twice, and there are some foodstuffs that we also use here, including sugar, including cooking fat, that have gone up even 3 times what it was 1 year ago.
Wow, so survival is that much difficult. So with all this great need, we sent you the money. How many people were you able to feed?
Project 97 helped us to reach out to 180 families, very needy families. We choose very needy families. There are many that we can feed, but then we look at what we have, and then we get the very needy cases, and those are, so we had to reach out to 180.
Mm. So you're working with widows, uh, orphans, and then the extremely needy. Those are the people that you're targeting the most.
Yes, our target is first the widows because they are the most vulnerable. They cannot get
Mhm.
jobs and all that, and then the orphans. And most of those we are serving, they have children and they are taking care of them without jobs. So
Mm.
we go for the very needy cases in the society. And when we have maybe extra, then we think outside that bracket of widows and orphans, and we get some other needy cases.
Now, there are two people in particular that you wanted to talk about, Alice and Judy. Talk about Judy first.
Yeah, Judy is a lady we met. It was referred to us. She works on a dump site. She was once widowed, and then she was also once left by the husband. So in total, she has 5 children. to
You
take
say
care of.
she works. Does she have a job at the dump site?
No, she doesn't work at the dump site. That is where she goes to get food. She goes and gets from what is thrown on the dump site. And then she separates what she thinks is good that can be fed to her family. And that is how she takes care of the family. It is terrible. It is very painful. It is a very bad situation to look at. If you see what she's doing, it's very bad.
Yes, her face kind of shows it in the picture. And then talk about Alice.
Alice has 3 children, widowed, and she's taking care of them. They are going to school, and she doesn't have employment. Here in Kenya, some estates where the middle class live, they go and camp at the gates of the estates because those people who don't employ house helps will come and pick on them occasionally just to go and help in doing laundry work and maybe some just clean up in the house.
So we would call that being
our-
hired to be a temporary maid. She goes to be a temporary maid for somebody. And how many days a week does she get hired?
At most, she can only get 2 because there are many. They camp on one gate, maybe 50 and above. So the chances of one getting a chance to go and serve are very minimum.
And
So
how much
at
does she
least
make
2.
each time?
Each time it is $1.50 if she gets that opportunity to do that, which is way below what she can take care of the family with.
Mm. So the entire
Yes.
month, she may make up to $12 a month to feed her family of 3 children and herself.
Yes, in the entire month, she will only make like $12, and that is what she feeds the family on. And don't forget that she also have to pay some rent. Those children are going to school. There are some other needs besides just feeding them.
So obviously this Easter was a wonderful celebration, being able to give out food to these people. We're so excited that you're working in the heart of the slums of Nairobi and ministering to these people. Thank you so much for doing that. Anything you'd love to say to the people who are giving to Project 97?
I want the people who are giving to Project 97 to know they are doing more than they can imagine. They are touching so many families more than they can imagine. Imagine the people who would have gone hungry, they're putting something on the table because they donated something to Project 97. We really want to appreciate you, and we encourage you to continue supporting Project 97, because when you support Project 97, you cannot imagine the thousands of people that you are putting a smile on their face and putting food on their tables.
Amen. Thank you.